for you to be making 12K per month comes up to like more than 100K per year. It'll just be a one-time investment of 5,000 USD, and then we can rock and roll. How do you feel about that?
Get 5,000 USD.
5,000 USD, and then we can rock and roll.
Interesting. Could you send all of that information to me on an email, and then I can take a look over it, start and get back to you?
I could, Joseph. Yeah, that's not a problem, of course. Now I do want to ask, like, in terms of the process, the three steps, and of course you're gonna have access to the material, the assets, the courses. On top of that, do you feel like this mechanism can get you to those 12K per month?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, it definitely looks pretty solid. Looks like you guys are helping me with a lot of the things that I'm, having trouble with. So yeah.
Why do you feel that way? What makes you feel it's solid?
Yeah, I guess
Like, what
like you
specific?
guys, yeah, I guess you guys are actively reaching out to, potential, um, you know, outsourcing potential parts of the business that I'm having trouble with, and then you guys have the right connections to, do that. That sounds like, something that's really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I get you, dude. Hiring people, that is a common bottleneck in a bunch of agencies. So by having this in place, you can really focus on what matters and scaling the business. And yeah, you're just getting the right people first try. Yeah. Now, in terms of putting this in an email, I can do that. That's not a problem. But it's gonna be pretty much what we just went through. So just to see if I can help, like, what's coming up that you'd like to see in the email, or what you'd like to know more about.
Yeah, I guess, I just want to do a bit more research on what you guys, like are offering, and like how effective it would be for my business.
Yeah. No, awesome. I really like that you want to do more research. Most of our clients really do the research on what we do, and that's how they are like confident that we can provide results. So ask me, what do you want to know? I think the best place for you to start your research would be to ask me, because I pretty much know the whole from A to Z, and this is what I have to tell you. Really, I really think I haven't missed anything, but sure, ask me anything.
Yeah, I guess it's just watching other people on YouTube and seeing like their perspective on how you know how coaching and all that stuff has helped them, and see if it's really something that would help my business, and also maybe like looking also into like some other reviews and seeing if that's like seeing more of that as well.
Mhm. Yeah, cool. You can definitely go ahead and see reviews and opinions of people who have gone through the program. Um, like, have you not seen enough from what I've sent you, from what's on the website?
Yeah, like
You haven't been.
you sent a lot of testimonials. I watched all of them. They look good. I guess in terms of review, what I'm really talking about is, like reviews in the cold market, in places like Reddit, 4chan, that kind of stuff, where it's not as like biased. That's kind of reviews I'm talking about.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, we're providing the testimonials, but at the end of the day, they are people just like you that have their own conscience, and they did decided to give us a testimonial for absolutely free. So it's not really biased per se. Now, when you go into Reddit and all these other sources, like, what are you looking for specifically to understand from what we do?
I guess just a general sentiment of like what the opinion is on the people who have take like done business with you. Because if it's like if it's testimonials are obviously people that are successful, but if there's a lot of other people that were unsuccessful with you guys, there's about to be like information like that elsewhere. So that's definitely something I want to consider. So I jump into it.
Mhm. Right. So well, once you see all these opinions in Reddit in these places about us, how's that gonna really affect your journey, or what is that you'll do once you find all these opinions? Because well, the internet is just like that, and most of our reviews. Well, let me ask you, how do you feel most of our reviews are, like, positive or negative?
Well, yeah, I've only seen the reviews that you sent me, the testimonials, so obviously they're all positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But how do you think all of them are? Like if you go to Trustpilot, which of course it's a third party, we do not control that. How do you feel most of these reviews are? Positive or negative?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah, yeah. So apart from the reviews that we've sent you, like if you look at all the reviews, which you can go ahead and check in Trustpilot, how do you feel most of them will be? Like 5 stars or just 1 star?
I don't know. I haven't checked yet. That's why I wanted to, really take time to take a look.
Yeah, I can show the link right here. Look. So well, as you can see, obviously most of them are 5 stars, and you can just go ahead and look into that. And even if you go into if you search on Google like bad reviews XYZ company, you're gonna find like some because well, it's the internet. But how would that change your journey or yeah, your story with as a business owner?
Um, I mean, I guess if it's like, if like, if I do a bit more research and then the research come out to be overwhelmingly negative, I probably have to think twice about, joining you guys and then maybe look into another agency who has like better reviews in the whole market.
Of course. Is there anything that makes you feel like it will be overwhelmingly negative?
I expect it wouldn't be, but it's always good to make sure. Make sure.
Yeah. Well, with a quick research, you can easily understand that it's not overwhelmingly negative. As a matter of fact, it's positive, overwhelmingly positive, and that's the only reason why we are so confident on showing these reviews. But I mean, feel free to go ahead and do your research right now. But like knowing that it is mostly positive, like with like I would say more than 90%. Is there anything else that you're looking for apart from just the majority of people being satisfied or not satisfied? Is there anything else that you're gonna look into that?
Um, no, I just want to, go back and, really do the research. That's it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, in that case, I can provide like with the links to Trustpilot and stuff right here, and you can check how many
Yeah, no,
reviews we
I know
have.
Trustpilot. I know Trustpilot. There's always, going to be mostly good reviews depending on the client. But like, looking at other sites like Reddit and all that stuff.
Mhm. Well, why are you like so keen to look into Reddit? Like, do you feel like Reddit is gonna tell you something completely different from Trustpilot?
Um, Probably not, but it's always good to make sure. And so, like, yeah, I'm looking at the Trustpilot right now, and then there's at least three people saying it wasn't worth it, and then it was kind of like a scam. So yeah, so it's always good to do a bit more research.
Okay. Why do you have like the threshold of three people that are not satisfied, and then that's not gonna be worth doing? Why?
Really getting to know like why maybe why it's not it didn't work out for them, and then maybe if it applies to my current situation, that might be something I want to think a bit more on.
Mhm. Okay. And let's say you did find those three. We don't know people because compared to Trustpilot, I don't know how trustworthy Reddit is. But let's say you did find these three people. What would you think about them? How your decision changed then?
Um, Wait, what? Can you repeat that?
Yeah, so if you found those three people who, you know, we don't know if they're people, but comments about anything negative about us, and especially compared with the hundreds of legit people who have left a positive and been satisfied with the work that we did, how would your decision change then once you read these three people that are, you know, not happy?
Well, after reading those three people that you just sent me, definitely, I'd say it definitely warrants a bit more research and definitely a lot more looks into this. Yeah, because like I'm looking at a review right now. It says like 100% regret the decision to give them a $24,000 deposit in which they are refusing to return, even though I've written proof that they provided me with correct information. These 5-star reviews you're saying are from an event he recently put on, and obviously he probably paid people to leave these fake reviews. Yeah, so that's like one of the bad reviews. So, it might be good to do a bit more research, but I'm guessing, it's usually not the case.
So you're gonna pull that one?
I pulled up Trustpilot right now because you gave me a Trustpilot link, so I'm gonna pull up a Trustpilot link.
Right, right. That's the one bad review we have in Trustpilot, and that's
No, there's
understandable. But
there's
yeah,
three bad reviews. Do you want me to read the others?
no, the let's stop the role play right here. Dude, what are you doing? Come on, let's suppose this company is a good. You cannot just be a prospect who, because
Well, you
the
gave me
way
the
how would you
Trustpilot
handle?
link, so you gave me the Trustpilot link. So if I look in the bad review, that's might be something that's
Yeah, bro,
not
but
be a good idea.
we're assuming like, because we can go into each one of the reviews, and I can go ahead and tell you, oh, this person was because he was going through a bad phase in their life. This one was a slacker and
Well,
didn't commit fully, and
I
whatever.
don't think going to the Trustpilot idea is a good idea in general. Like, I don't think you want to get into um, that phase overall
You don't think why not?
because it's like it's just giving him more ammunition to really rebut against you.
I mean, that really depends on how that Trustpilot is. But I mean, sure, I guess you could argue there's better ways to handle it. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, dude, like at the end of the day, these people's lives and the results that they have gotten, they don't really influence your life and the results that you've gotten, right? So why base your decision on other people's story and other people's success and not on the resources that you've got available for yourself and for the potential that you know you have?
Yeah, I guess it's always good to um, do a bit more research and really really have that kind of sense of what's it sense of comfort that I know that I'm making the right decision.
Mhm. Okay. Is there anything that makes you think that this will not get you to those 12K per month? I do feel like we will, slag on being with you in the trenches and helping you, or any resource that we will just like gatekeep and not give it to you. Does you have any, or yeah, what we do doesn't work?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then like be real with me. What's the ease of mind that you're looking for?
Yeah, I guess it's just it's a lot of money, so I don't know whether like I've never invested in a program like this before, so it's definitely something that I want to really consider before I I
Ah,
really look into it.
okay, okay, okay. I appreciate you telling me this. Definitely, I understand where that comes from. Like just to be clear, is it that you do have the full investment and it's a bit tough, a bit scary to invest it all at once, or we will have to look into something else that's more manageable, like just a part of the investment itself?
Well, to invest into this now, I'd probably have to take out a loan. And I don't think that would be great. But yeah,
Good. The meeting's gonna end. Let's start
okay.
a new link. Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Perfect.